Hi guys, so we have an O-level past paper question from the year 2017. The session is October-November. This is question number 8. This question is about circular measure and angles. So let's start. In this question they've given us two circles and multiple triangles. The question reads, the diagram shows two circles each with center O. A, B, C and D are points on the circumference of the larger circle. E, F and G are points on the circumference of the smaller circle. C, G, D and C, F, B are tangents to the smaller circle. Lines AEOC and FG intersect at 90 degrees at X. GOX is Y degrees. Part A says, find each of these angles as simply as possible in terms of Y. Give reasons for your answers. So first they've asked us to find GEO. If you look at the shape, GEO is this angle right here. If this is Y degrees, then GEO would be half of that. Why is that? Because the angle at the center is always twice the angle at the circumference. So what do we write? We write Y and divide it by 2 and write a degree sign over there, and the description that we give is that angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Okay, the next part says find GCX. They've asked us to find this angle right here. If we look closely, CGD is a tangent, and if this is a tangent, then angle CGO, that means this angle is 90 degrees. If this is 90 degrees and this is Y, you add the 2 and subtract it from 180, you would get this angle right here. So let's do that. So GCX is equal to 180 minus the sum of 90 and Y. When you open this up, you get 90 minus Y, which is your angle. So you write 90 minus Y degrees over here. And the explanation that you can give is that, one second, angle OGC is 90 degrees and angle GOC is Y degrees. So when you add the 2 and subtract it from 180, you will get 90 minus Y. The next angle they've asked us to find is angle DAB. Okay, that means they've asked us to find this angle right here. If we look closely at the shape, this angle right here is Y degrees. That means this angle right here, half of DAB, or shall we say DAC, this is going to be Y degrees as well. If this is Y degrees, that means this right here is also Y degrees. If you add the 2, you get 2Y. So your answer to this is, and this is the simplest one out of all of them, 2Y degrees. And the statement that we write is that angle DAC is Y degrees and you multiply it by 2. Angle DAC is Y degrees and angle DAB is twice of angle DAC. Okay, let's move on. The next part of this question says, complete the sentence, the triangle EGC is congruent to triangle what? So EGC, where is EGC? E, G and C is of course congruent to E, F and C. So you write E, F and C. Oh, my E looks like, I don't know what it looks like, but let me write it again. E, F, C. Okay, the next part of the question says, prove that triangle ADC is similar to triangle OGC. Give a reason for each statement you make. Let's remove all these marks first so that it's easier for us to continue with this question. One second, almost done. Okay, now they've asked us to compare OGC and ADC. The first thing that you need to look at is that angle C in both of these triangles is the same. So this was 90 minus Y, wasn't it? And it's the same for both the triangles. The second thing that you need to look at is, since this is 90 degrees, this is also 90 degrees. Why is this 90 degrees? Because AC is the diameter of the circle and D is the point connecting the two ends of this diameter at the circumference. So this is also a property of the circle. This makes D 90 degrees. So if this is 90, this is 90, this is the same, this is Y, and this is Y as well. That means the two shapes are similar. So we write the statements. How do we write them? We write them. The first statement that you can make is angle I was about to write OCG, then I wrote OGC, but let's correct it. OCG is common between both the triangles. So OCG is common between both these triangles. Okay. The second statement that you can write is that angles ADC, the one that was 90 degrees, the bigger one, this one right here, is the same as angle OGC. So you write angle ADC and angle OGC are both 90 degrees. Okay, the next or the third statement that you can make is that angle DAC, this one, and angle GOC, this one, is the same. So angles DAC and GOC, sorry, I was about to write C, but then I wrote G. I don't know what's wrong with me today. GOC are both y degrees. So even though this is a 2-mark question, if you give 3 statements, that's more than enough. The next part says, what special type of quadrilateral is AOGD? AOGD. So they're talking about this, A, O, G, and D. This is a trapezium. So you write trapezium over here. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Find the ratio area of triangle OGC is to area of triangle ADC. Now, let's remove all of these marks once again. This is a long question, so we need to keep the coast clear. Okay, so they've asked us to compare the area of this triangle with the area of this larger triangle. So let's look at the shape closely. OC is the radius and AC is the diameter. That means if I say that if this is 2 units, this would be 4 units, right? Or if this is 1 unit, this would be twice of that. This is 2 units. So if I write 1:2 for their lengths and I square them, I would get 1:4, which would be the ratio of their areas. So instead of writing it over there, let's write it neatly over here. 1:2, the ratio between the radius and the diameter. If you square them, if you square both of them, you would get 1:4. So you write it over here, 1:4. Okay, let's move on. Area of triangle OGC to area of quadrilateral ABCD. So they've asked us to compare the area of this small triangle with the whole shape. Okay, so we do have the ratio of this triangle with this triangle right here. If I multiply the area or the ratio part of this area, that is 4, by 2, I would get the area of ABCD. So let's do that. So if I write it in a fancy way, 1 square was to 2 squared for the 2 triangles, and if I multiply this side by 2, I would get 1:8, which is the ratio between the areas. So I write 1:8 over here. I hope this question made sense. The complete working of the entire question is present in the description below for you to download. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button, and thank you so much for watching.